I couldn't even tell you how happy I am that I was able to come to this school just because of how everyone comes together to make something happen.
The thing I'm most proud of is not giving up and being a family.
Yeah, I felt like I had a front seat to the Super Bowl every Friday night. I didn't want any other feeling than just standing on that sideline.
We just play so good together. The chemistry is just always there.
We weren't scared of anybody, really.
So in grade school, me and my buddies would always be playing football during recess. There wasn't really any other variation. It was just always football. No one wanted to come here and play Friday nights.
And I was just like wanted to play QND football because of the great tradition here.
I always wanted to become that guy at QND.
Yeah, I've really always wanted to be the Raiders since grade school.
We were just always talking like, man, one day that's going to be us, and we never knew that this senior year would come so fast.
Yeah, so our sophomore year, we went 3-6, and the majority of our sophomores were the varsity team. It wasn't much of a varsity team, it was more of just like a glorified JV team.
He threw us out there, and we were like, all right, looks like we're playing varsity football right now as sophomores, and we were definitely smaller.
That's not going to win you too many football games, especially when you're playing. You know, there's a big difference between a 15-year-old kid and an 18-year-old kid.
I'd say what helped me the most was going against Johnny Bottorff every day in practice, because he just keep pounding me, and that really helped get my toughness and strength up just to go against bigger people than me.
Honestly, I think the thing that teams don't have that we have is discipline.
We didn't want to take a beating like that ever again, and so we worked really, really hard in the off season.
We got in the weight room a lot more. I think that Monday after that last game, there was like 30 people in the weight room.
Like more than I've ever seen, and it'd be so hard just to move in there, and it was crazy.
We're like, there's no way anybody's gonna even be able to compete with us at our level.
You were the 9 seed, went all the way. You are 1 play away from going to the state championship game, from making history.
Coach Jack, I think, did a perfect job he never told us that it's over. He just kept telling us, be ready, make sure that we're ready just in case. And even though we probably all thought there was no chance, he kept it in the back of our mind that there was.
Also developing tonight, it's the news so many parents have been waiting for. The coronavirus pandemic is leading to a new playbook for high school student athletes in Illinois. All seasons will shrink, and some, including football, will slide to the spring.
When they announced it, I was kind of a fan of it, because if we're only going to play 6 games, I wanted to play 6 very competitive games.
I mean, when I heard some of the teams were playing, I was like, okay, this is going to be an interesting season.
I think it's kind of funny that so many people never gave us a chance necessarily.
It was a little disrespect, but I see where it comes from, because we don't have that many people in our school.
We're playing schools that are triple our size.
That's crazy to think that we, a 3A, 2A, 3A small school, went and played those 7A teams.
You know, we were supposed to win 1 game, maybe, probably lose them all. You know, everybody was like, well, they're going to get killed over and over. And, you know, I knew the kind of team we had, and I knew we weren't going to blow out anybody, but I thought we could play with them.
I thought that we could hang with them. I thought we were a pretty good team. It's about quality over quantity.
I think there wasn't a lot of expectation for us. We really didn't have anything to lose.
We didn't back down once we heard what we were playing. Like, we all said, oh, this is going to be tough, but that just flipped the switch for a lot of guys.
When we won that first game, I was like, oh my gosh, we could really compete with these guys. And then the second game was really when I knew that we were a really good team.
The Belleville West game is when it really kicked in. And I was like, this is something special.
We were the underdog in every single game that we went into, regardless of our record.
I think people were scared of us after a couple of the games, and no one wanted to play us, honestly.
Well, for me, a special moment was after we beat Peoria Notre Dame, because it was just a beautiful night.
Coach Jack said, hey, it's a ball game. They're men, we're men. We sweat, they sweat. We just got to keep on fighting.
4 full quarters. Seniors, that's all you have left here is 4 full quarters. Everything you got, make sure you leave it on the field tonight. You with me on that? Yes, sir. Here we go, bring it up. Well, boys, here it is. Here it is. Yes, tonight is your night. Cut it loose, leave everything on that field tonight, and you kick somebody's ass. Let's go.
it was a whole thing. It was great to be there, and I really thought that we were going to do well against Peoria, and we did. We did do well against Peoria.
I'm glad it was at home. Just you're on your home field. It's the last game, win or lose. You're there with all your friends and family from school, and you get to hug them and take pictures for the last time in your uniform.
Just like walking off for the last time, talking to my family, hugging my grandparents and stuff like that, just realizing that that was going to be the last time I'd ever get to experience that.
I definitely will remember our last game because I just took the time to when I was on the field to look around, and I just took in the moment. I'll remember that.
None of us wanted to leave the field, so we all just at the end went out and sat on the Q&D, and we just talked about all of our favorite memories and what we've done and what we've come through to just get here. And I mean, we were all upset that we lost, but we were all just wow, this was probably the best part of high school for all of us.
I didn't really want to leave. I kind of sat out on the field with a couple of my buddies, and we were just sitting on the logo, just talking about what just happened, it was over for most of them. And I feel pretty bad for the guys that aren't going on to college and playing, because it's probably the last football game they'll ever play in their life.
Just talking and walking out, and we stopped right before we got off the field, and we took a look around the field. It was kind of empty, but we just thought about everything we had accomplished, and took in the moment, and realized that new people are coming and taking our spot, and we're going to hope that they can do the same stuff that we did. So it's definitely mixed emotion when you're coming off the field, but at the same time, you're happy for everything that just happened for you.
I don't live with regrets, but if I could change one thing, it would be to have a state championship.
We also knew that we were one of the best teams to ever come through Q&D, and our coach assured us of that almost every single day with his encouragement and his leadership.
Football teaches you specifically discipline, because Coach Jack will get on you if you do something wrong, and that's an awesome thing to have going into life, especially after high school.
I mean, I really can't say enough about the guy. He's a true leader. He's passionate about what he does. He's a friend, he's a coach, he's a mentor, and really he's a father figure for most people, because he's always talking about how he doesn't only want to make us better football players, but also better men.
Well, we actually became really close over the years, especially over this COVID season.
I think he's also just a great human.
He says all the time that that's his job, is to turn us into men, and he's really good at it.
He'll just build you into a man, and it'll teach you life lessons later in life, and he's honestly now somebody I look up to greatly.
Just all that they do for us, and they really do care for us, and they love us just like if we were their own son.
The closest thing that I've had to brothers in my life, it's just a different feeling. You're with them so much.
It's not very often, especially in high school sports, that you get a coach that's played at every level, and he's done it, and he's played with the best, and he's won at the highest level.
We practice so hard every day because we don't want to let him down, and he expects so much out of us.
Everybody, I can honestly say that every single kid in our class got better at football in 4 years. And our senior year, it was something, it should have been something more, but I think we made the best out of it, and especially the schedule we played, I thought we played as good as we could play.
I can't even begin to tell you how much I love you guys. By the grace of God, we're standing here today as men, having been better for what we've gone through in the last year, okay? You guys could have folded in a long time ago. Hell, you could have folded in the day that I told you what the schedule was going to be. The thousands of kids that go to the schools that you play, because you gave them every last bit of everything that you had all the way to the end. All the way to the end. And when things got bad, you got tougher. That's what I want this football team to be about. A bunch of tough guys. Tough guys that love playing football, tough guys that love each other, tough guys that can take coaching, tough guys that'll lay on the line for their school and for the guy next to them. I can't tell you how proud I am of you. Now, everybody that's taking a knee in this huddle here has somebody to thank. Mom or dad, somebody who is putting you through school here at QND, who is sacrificing for you, who believes in you, and wants nothing but the best for you. you hug them and you thank them and you tell them you love them tonight.